Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. What is today? I mean, I know it's Monday. It's June 10th at 5:08, and I've only read like 10 pages today. I read like a short story collection, but honestly, I've had a headache all day, and when that happens, I don't want to read. Like, I could take Tylenol, but I really haven't had like a substantial meal till just now, and I know it's gonna pass because I know it's hormonal or whatever, but it's like, I don't know, I don't like taking Tylenol. I'm like, I'll just deal with it. And then I went to get caffeine because caffeine always helps, and the sweet tea is awful that I got at Chick-fil-A today, which is rare. But lately, like the past two times I've been to this location, it's been sucking. And I'm like, they used to have the best sweet tea in the whole world. But I was like, I look cute today. My top is from Target. My pants are unbuttoned because I got bloated after eating. But yeah. And then my hair, I give myself bangs over the weekend. Right now they're kind of crazy because humidity, but I really like how they turned out, especially today. You'll see it in my sit down video that came out on Monday. Monday? Yeah. No, Tuesday. Today's Monday. I filmed it on Monday, but I really like how my hair turned out when I did the bangs. But yeah, right now they're looking kind of crazy because I was in the car with windows down and all that. But I don't know. I really wanted to finish A Day of Fallen Night or whatever today, but I can't read with a headache. I don't like to. So I might try to complete my short story collection later, and hopefully having that meal helps my headache. But I will try to get back into this. Again, I would usually start reading at 6, but so I don't know. It's very frustrating, and I hate the glare on glasses. And oh my gosh, the most frustrating thing that happened today, so I filmed a whole TikTok and then accidentally deleted the 10 minutes of footage, and then I started filming again, and I filmed like 5 minutes and my phone dies. So that was fun, but that's all for now. I'm gonna eat some, and then yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's Tuesday, and I did end up reading all of my books yesterday, so just didn't vlog it, but I still did not finish The Beast over there. But I do want to go over my weekly TBR with y'all. So I am still reading The Best American Short Stories, edited by Ann Patchett in 2006, and I am really enjoying this collection. It's just a random assortment, so I don't even know how to describe it. Then we have my beast that I am about to get into and hopefully finish today, which is A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. This is the prequel to Priory of the Orange Tree, so it is following 3 or 4 different people, I would say 4, different people in this world. This is set 500 years before Priory, and it is literally the exact same plot. There are worms, W-Y-R-Y-E-M-S, that are all over the world and causing chaos, and they are trying to put an end to that. The humans are. Then we have my mood reading pick, which, yes, it's taken me forever to get through. It's just really dense. I don't know why Storygraph says this is fast-paced, because it is not. This is The Spy and the Traitor by Ben McIntyre. This is about Gordovsky, who was a KGB agent and also an MI6 agent, and all how he got involved in all of that, and the things that he stopped, that he prevented from happening. And it's very interesting learning about spies. And then my ebook pick, and oh my gosh, the books are falling. Okay, my ebook pick is An Echo in the Bone by Diana Gabaldon. This is the 6th or 7th book in the Outlander series. This is following a family towards the start of the American Revolution, and there are some time travel elements, and that is what I am reading this week. I finished a book, so let's set the calendar to the 11th, because that's what today is. It took me 10 days to finish a book. Not to read the book, but 10 days since I finished another book. Y'all understand, hopefully. It's not too important. So here we go, a series complete. But I finished A Day of Fallen Night, which was a 5-star prediction for me, but I ended up giving it a 3-star. The other book, Priory of the Orange Tree, this is a 5-star, so highly recommend. This one, sure, if you want to read it, read it. Okay, so characters, I liked the characters, but I don't necessarily think they were well-written characters. The main characters, I was way more intrigued by the side characters. I don't know why that is, why the side characters I thought were better than the main characters. That just happens sometimes, I guess. And the... Okay, we'll use that for plot. Atmosphere, I love the atmosphere. I love the mythology in this world, the dragons and all different kinds of dragon-like creatures. I really do like that. And then, and the religion aspects, which we will also get into that with the plot. Writing, the writing is really good. It's not my exact favorite kind because it's not a poetic kind of writing, which I like poetry kind of writing in prose. So this, but it was still really good writing, but some instances like the taste of iron in the mouth and it's like, do I have a nosebleed? It was just repetitive. And when a book is 800 pages, you can kind of expect that, but also I'm like, I've read 1,000-page books that I didn't find repetitive, so take that as you will. And then now we're at the plot. We're gonna go through our 3 or 4 main categories here. So we have the West, and that plot line I thought was very predictable. I predicted everything that happened in that plot line basically, and obviously I don't like when a plot line is predictable, and towards the end of it I didn't really like Lorian that much. I thought she was kind of annoying. Then our Eastern plot line, I did like it, but I don't think the character's actions went along with how the character was. I think that one was lacking logic. So that leaves the North and the South plot lines. The North, I feel like Wolf was the character, was kind of just an afterthought. That plot line was kind of an afterthought. And then the Southern plot line, that leaves that being the most intriguing of them all. Yeah, so, but the theme of religion, how we have all these different places all over the world, but this one event shaped pretty much all their religions and folklore. And I really find that intriguing, and comparing it to the real world, how we have like the 3 big religions and how they are all kind of linked through like Abraham or whatever. I don't really know how all the religions break off, but you know, they're all kind of connected. So I think that's interesting, and I like to see that like religion in a fantasy setting. I think that's cool to read from. So I do plan to reread Priory of the Orange Tree, because these came out like 4 years apart and I read them 3 years apart. So I do want to reread. Oh, and that's another thing with this. The plot is basically exactly the same as this, but with different characters. Because the plot in here, the plot in these stories, it's like we had to save the world from these dragons. That, like, it's the same thing in each book. So I think it would have been better to do the prequel taking place 1,000 years before this one, rather than 500 years of the start of why does all this happen in this world. So I do think there will be another prequel in this series. I think it's inevitable. I can't say that word. But the plot is basically exactly the same. So if I don't really care for the characters that much, I'm not going to care for the plot. When in this one I did like the characters, so therefore I found the plot more intriguing. So I just love seeing the books together. So I need to rearrange my bookshelf since I took Priory off, and these are going to go together on a different shelf. But there are my thoughts on that one. And then tomorrow I will be starting my June TBR officially, and with The Winners by Frederick Bachman. This is the 3rd book in the Beartown series, and I will be doing the ebook. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. So I did show y'all shopping at Target, but this is my first time talking in the vlog. I have so much over here. I have like Father's Day gifts and stuff. It's chaotic. And I got scared that I lost my camera on tripod, because I need my tripod. Okay, I don't like when people hear me vlogging, so let me shut the door. Okay, and now you're gonna run right back out. Logic. What is logic? So I love my outfit, by the way. I love it. My outfit today, like, I'm glad I finally got a brown belt, because I've been wanting a brown belt for so long. If you saw my Amazon haul on like TikTok and Facebook. Yeah. So I thought I lost my camera and tripod because it wasn't right here. And that's why I thought I had left it, but it was literally like on the floor right there. And I'm like, why was it right there? I have no clue. So that was really special because I'm going to need it for something that I'm doing, like volunteer work. That I'm super excited for on Friday, and I need my chart pad for what I'm doing. But I did start a book today. I'm about 5% into The Winners by Frederick Bachman. I'm doing the ebook, and I'm like, do I add in the audiobook since it's over 500 pages? And usually when a book's over 500 pages, I add in the audiobook. So I might, but I didn't see the option on the Kindle app. But this is the third book in the Beartown series. Beartown is a hockey town in Sweden. It gets divided because one of the star players rapes a girl in the town, and it just shows how division can happen. And just this series is mainly about community, and I think that's something that I never read books about. So so it's kind of rare. And again, it's this big. And then I went to Target, and I buy a book at Target like every week anyway. There is they have great prices and all that. So they were having their buy one get one 50% off, so they do about once a month or every few months. I think it's once a month now. And obviously I'm going to take advantage of that, and got 2 books. So I have my whole list on my phone of my grocery list, whatever. So I had a list of like 3 books. I was only gonna buy 2, but I have 3 books on there. And I go in there, and so the first book they had, and it was in a spot that was easy to get to on the end cap, and it is Daughter of Shandong by E.J. Chung. This is a historical fiction book taking place in China after World War II and going through the Civil War that was all going on. And I don't know if this is multi-generational or not, because it kind of hinted at it, but we have things for like Hong Kong, Taiwan, and communism. I just thought it sounded really good. And Dylan Perkins Valdez left a blurb that said an empowering and uplifting tale, and I really like Dylan Perkins Valdez, so I trust her. Let's see who else. Jamie Ford. And then I see some other authors who I know the names but haven't read from. So I got that, and then I had 2 other books on my list, and there were people in both aisles. So one, it was just a girl with a basket, so I was like, I can easily get by with my cart, no problem. But I could not find that book on the shelf anywhere. I'm like, I swear I've seen it here, and it says they have it in stock, but I just did not see it on the shelf. So I was like, okay, then the other book that I want is where this couple had a cart, and they were not budging, and because they had the cart on one side of the aisle, and then they were standing on the other side, and I could not get past them. Like, I went down the aisle with my cart, so I was asserting my dominance, so that I wanted to get by and look at the books on those shelves, but they were not budging, and they were talking about the sale and all of that, so they were looking for books too, but just were not considerate and moved the cart. I probably could have asked, but I'm like, I see other books that I want. So this one was not on my list, but it's a book that is on my to-buy list on Goodreads, and that is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, her memoir. And they had, Target had a lot of new books, so I'm going to have to go and look at Goodreads and see if these are books that are on my to-buy list. They had Crying in H Mart, which I really debate on buying, so it's between that or this one, and I just went with the one that was first, that I saw first. And Lisa Tadado, is that how you say her name? I liked her book, The 3 Women, and she left a blurb, and honestly, I've heard so many people talk about that book. So those are the books I got today, and the book I started today, and there's my update. "10 years old. Toys. Happy birthday." Thursday, and yes, I have my antennas. We are about to head out to Charlotte, more so Valentine's the neighborhood in Charlotte. I don't know if they've become a city, but back in my day, it's just a neighborhood. So I'm going to go to Shake Shack. I'm going to go play some bets. I would like to go to little libraries, but it's gonna be kind of late, like 6 o'clock. I'm like, and the ones in Charlotte are usually in neighborhoods, so I'm like, is that like weird if I'm going around the neighborhood that late? I don't know. And I know that's not really that late, but I don't know, like people will be home from work and all that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all that. There is that one that is kind of at like a pool and tennis area. And then a lot of the ones in Charlotte or this is in Waxhaw actually, the neighborhoods have like a community center in the middle of the neighborhood, which like all neighborhoods should have that. Some have pools and again tennis courts, and some just have the indoor building and they have the little libraries there. So I think that's just like really nice for neighborhoods to have that. Here we don't really have that. There's like country clubs, but there's not that many country clubs. There's like 2 in my city, and there might be some neighborhoods that have the pool and all that. I don't know, but I am going to record the TikTok of my outfit, and I need to put my shoes on and all of that. Then I'm gonna head out the door and head to North Carolina. And I have read today, but I haven't got to a part to talk about the books yet. So saw this in Shake Shack. I got a bacon burger for the first time, so hopefully that turns out good. And then turn that out. And then I got cheese fries and a sweet tea. I've never had their sweet tea before, so I always have to review people's sweet teas. I did that.
And the emergency mechanic.
It's several things to talk about. I'm home now. It's Fred's birthday today. He's 10 years old, and I think I will include those clips that I record on my phone. Or maybe it's just one clip. Yeah, that y'all see. I have some fries to eat, but yeah, so a few weeks ago I told you how I like enrolled or signed up or whatever to put my dog in daycare, and turns out that one is not accepting pit bulls anymore, so I have to find another doggy daycare and one that accepts pit bulls. So kind of sad. My dog has never shown violence towards humans or animals, but I do know there's like a bias or whatever against pit bulls. So I'm gonna have to find a place where they accept them, because I want my dog to have interactions with other dogs and all of that fun stuff, and when I travel, a place to put her, you know? So yes, we're back on that process, which I have looked online at places where that might be possible. And the birthday boy just walked in. Let me show him. Freddie, let me show you on the camera. This guy, he's 10 years old today. Okay, he's kicking me. Okay, so I do want to show y'all the books that I got at the little free library. So all these books were free, and I dropped off books at all the little libraries. There will be a YouTube short, I don't know when, but in the next 20 days sometime I will upload the video of me showing the little libraries what books I left and what books I got, but y'all want to see what books I got. I got this one that I've never heard of called Unburied Carol by Josh Mallerman. This is about a woman with a dark secret. She has died many times, but her many deaths are not final. They are comas, a walking slumber, indistinguishable from death, each lasting days. That kind of reminds me of Kindred in a way. Yeah, so this guy, he's been Bram Stoker Award nominated, and again, I've never heard of this one, so that intrigued me. And then I think this is my favorite one. The first one I went to, I've been there before, and it's just been the best one in the Carolinas that I've been to. And actually, yesterday, I might have planned a trip to go to I haven't left the Carolinas in 2 years, so I don't say where I'm going or anything like that, because I've jinxed stuff too many times by telling people, oh, I'm going to this, like I'm going to the race in Richmond, and ended up not going. So I don't tell anybody where I'm going until I'm literally on the way there, or till the day before. It's just, yeah. And that's something I do need to get over. But again, I've just jinxed myself too many times. But I will be going on a trip out of the Carolinas soon, and that should be fun. And that's another reason I need somewhere to put my dog, because a lot of hotels have a weight limit on dogs, and my dog is 57 pounds, which is a few pounds over. It's like, are they really gonna pull out a weight or a scale and weigh her? Probably not, but I don't want to get sued. So, but this one is my favorite little library. They always have a lot of ARCs there, and these ones in Charlotte are really, you can tell, being used, because there are a lot of different books. Like, I've been to these before and there were different books, and this one, I think my copy of The Love Hypothesis was still there. I flipped through it to see if, because I put a business card for my YouTube channel in there. I but I didn't want to, because it's in a neighborhood. I don't want to be in front of somebody's house that long. But I got this book that I don't know if I've heard of or not, because this is an ARC, but it's What's Mine and Yours, and it says What's Mine. This is a blurb by Angie Cruz, which we have her book right over there. So this is a book about parents who try and fail, then try again. An extraordinary cast of characters, nuanced and full of insight. It's about children who hold their loved ones accountable. It reveals in absolutely engrossing and tension-filled prose how a tragedy haunts a family. Coster is a master storyteller through and through. Read this book. So that's the one thing with ARCs. It's like, where's the description of the, oh, it's literally on the inside. Yeah, and this one takes place in Piedmont, North Carolina, and since I was in North Carolina, I thought that was kind of fitting. And then the next book I got at that same little library is another ARC, and that is Translation State by Anne Leck, and this is a sci-fi. So where is this, the description? So Quinn, with a V, I don't know, was created by a Presker translator, the pride of their clade. They always had a clear path before them, learn human ways and eventually make a match, and serve as an intermediary between the dangerous alien Presker and the human worlds. The realization that they might want something else isn't optimal behavior. It's the type of behavior that results in elimination. So it's a space adventure, mystery, and a poignant exploration about what it means to belong. So we have a sci-fi. And then at the next one, that was at one of those neighborhood where they have the playground and the pool, and I definitely have stuff on my teeth. No, so annoying. Okay, so this one was a New York Book Review copy, and that's what made me get it. I've made this mistake before where I see Penguin copies and I'm like, ooh, Penguin, I want to get it. But yeah, I got it. And this is The Foundation Pit by Andrei Platonov and an afterword by Robert Chandler and Olga Mearson. So this is a team of workers have been given the job of digging the foundation of an immense edifice, a palatial home for the perfect future that they are convinced is at hand. But the harder the team works, the deeper they dig, the more things go wrong, and it becomes clear that what is being dug is not a foundation, but an immense grave. Oh my gosh. So I got that one. And then at another library, which the first time I went to this library, back in March, I didn't find anything, and today I found 3 books. So I got this one that is Here I Am by Jonathan Safran Foer, and this is unfolding over 4 tumultuous weeks in present-day Washington, D.C. Here I Am is the story of a fracturing family in a moment of crisis. As Jacob and Julia Bloch and their 3 sons are forced to confront the distances between the lives they think they want and the lives they're living, a catastrophic earthquake sets in motion a quickly escalating conflict in the Middle East. So what intrigued me was, I am an earthquake girly. I like learn about that part of geology, and then I've been liking Middle Eastern fiction lately, so that made me want to grab that. These are such nice floppy paperbacks. And then this one is part of Oprah's book club, and I've had good luck with Oprah's book club in the past. This is called Fall on Your Knees, and I saw that's a multi-generational book. So the Piper family, okay, here's the paragraph that got me. Set on Cape Breton Island off Nova Scotia, Fall on Your Knees is an internationally acclaimed multi-generational saga that chronicles the lives of 4 unforgettable sisters. Theirs is a world filled with driving ambition, inescapable family bonds, and forbidden love. And lastly, at that one, I got this book that is Sunset Song, voted the best Scottish book of all time by Lewis Grassic Gibson. And since its first publication in 1932, so it's a classic. So its heroine, Chris Guthrie, endures much hardship and tragedy, yet her desire to learn, her powerful spirit, and her passionate love of the land have made her a beloved favorite with generations of readers. So we got that one. And lastly, at the last little library I went to, which this was the only one I had never been to before, I found a feather. So I am gonna put that up there with the rest of my feathers. We talked about this last week. My feathers. I got Little Women, and yeah, so y'all know about Little Women. And those are all of the books I got. I got like 8 books, so I dropped off 8 books as well. Some of them, 2 of them were my dad's. One was Marty Smith from ESPN and Allen Iverson's book, which had a strange cover. It was like him shirtless, and it was like most of his chest was the cover of the book, and I thought that was weird. This is $8.50, so I'm gonna have some ice cream and then get into reading The Spy and the Traitor. I did not get anywhere near as much as I wanted to get in the Frederick Bachman book, The Winners. I think I read maybe like 6%, maybe a little, I don't know. I got to 16%, I think it was, and which I think that's going to be around 30 pages read today. Yes, so lots of talking, and I'm not going to get to read that much this weekend. But I might get to go to some little free libraries this weekend. I'm going somewhere where I've never been to little libraries, so I need to go put this box up because when I do my next unhaul, those books will go in this box. But yeah, I'm rambling now. So I didn't have time to get to The Spy and The Traitor, but I will read Outlander at 10. So I just went ahead and did my nighttime routine minus a shower because I wanted to let my dad take one. So I'll just take one in the morning, but so yeah, I'm ending the vlog here. I'm gonna take some books here and pictures of the books that I got today, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it all the way through, leave a beachy emoji in the comments below, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.